Hey, this is Freddie Stevenson with Trials of Triumph. Today we have a special episode for you. We have Lance Leggett, who is a former Miami Hurricane, ACC outdoor champion, and Cleveland Brown. And now he's a successful entrepreneur. Man, what's up, man? How you feeling?
Chilling. You good?
Yeah, I'm glad to finally get you in here. I know you're busy, but I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, dog. I had to make some time. It's been hard to make time, but I had to make some time for you, bro, for real. Because I've been seeing you grow as a jit to a grown man now, and I'm definitely, dog, I love what you're doing, dog. So keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. I see you got all the gear on.
Man, come on, man. Take
got the hat, the shirt.
Listen, you already know if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it right. That's always been like that. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it right. And if I won't wear it, I don't want to promote it. So man, like our team, man, we got together, and what you see is, man, we sat in meetings like hours, bro, putting this stuff together, and man, we've been impressed. We've been getting a good feedback from it.
For sure. I remember the whole rollout process, years and years of work. I remember you at the shop in Tampa, just grinding with it, and then you're like, man, I'm gonna put this out and make it, go global with it.
For sure.
All right, I'm gonna brand it. The boiled peanuts was the staple. Gonna brand it and put it into the stores. And literally, like, I remember telling, like, don't tell nobody. Literally, for like 2 to 3 years, like, man, we got to market it a little better. We got to get the branding a little better. I know the taste is on point, but we got to come official with this. So really, I'm tasting it.
You tasting
it. I'm like, bro, nah, you ready? You're like, nah, it's not how I want it. But ultimately, when we get to that point, we're gonna put it out there. So I kind of knew before the world knew, and I remember, ultimately, when you going out there making that transition in life, sometimes as a human being, when it's something new, you have those doubts. So, like, man, you think the people gonna like it? And I remember telling you, I'm like, man, listen, once they taste it, it's taking off. And now your branding on point is taking off. I just remember that process, man. And now you in all the stores across, sending it across the country, doing
it's so crazy. It's so crazy you saying that, Freddie. Like, I forgot. Me and you talked about it. I even forgot you did it, but I remember. It's like you saw the process before it started going. Like, dang, boy, you really just showed me. Like, now I got to look back. If something not going good, like, look back where I was. Like, you just took me back, dog. Because like you were trying before you even saw how the bag looked. I was just bringing them to you, in the cup.
Yeah.
Eat these, Freddie. And you're like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, for sure.
This is what it is. This is what like, yeah, bro. You do what you're gonna do. You definitely, if you come out, you got the taste. And then I just told you, I was in the lab putting together the branding. You know what I'm saying? And my thing was, when I came out, I want to come just the football game. I want to come dominate the boiled peanut field. Like, I want to dominate the Southeast region. Like, everybody know about Taste One. So when I came out with it, I had to come out. Man, listen, my graphic designer, Vince, we sat down like, nah, we don't like this. We don't like this. Nah, take this out of the Taste One. Like, we sat down, this whole bag we designed. That was his first time doing something like this. But me and him, I think he did a hell of a job. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, without a doubt, for sure.
Hell of a job.
Stand out, catch your eyes.
Yeah.
I went into 7-Eleven the other day, and I grabbed 4 bags of them. I go to the front. They like, man, shoot. I wanted them. They good. She telling me she eat them cold, but it's a big hit everywhere. Everybody love them, man. So what you doing, it's on point.
Thank you, dog. I'm going to keep on pushing. You got to, when you believe in something, you got to go at it. And I feel like that's where you got to give all your time, all that outside shit, but you got to let that go.
Yeah.
Like, man, you got to really focus on what you're trying to do. And you going to if somebody else did it, you could do it. So that's my thing. If somebody else did something, I see that it inspired me. Why can't I do that with my own brand? And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, for sure. So you're doing your thing as an entrepreneur, highly successful, but you started off in sports. Kind of walk us through the high school process. I know in high school you're a highly touted wide receiver, but you started off in Bartow before transitioning. Like, kind of tell us how that process started out and how you finished your career.
Man, with the football, that came to me. With my dad always training me when I was a jit. He always trained me. And he saw the competitiveness in me. You see what I'm saying? So my dad had me playing Little League football. First sport I ever played was first sport I ever did was track. My dad had me run the track early. He already knew. Man, I already know. I see you playing sandlot football, and you know how to run, but if you just keep working on your technique, and then track gonna teach you how to compete, man, you gonna be that dude.
Yeah.
So, and with my dad, man, training me when I was a kid, and now that once I got in high school, it was just football came easy to me. Like when I came out, I was a 5-star. You know, that's I don't get into the rankings, but shit, it is what it
Yeah,
is. If
yeah.
you're a 5-star, that's
Yeah.
what they put you at.
Uh-huh.
And it was honestly, that's what I was. I was a 5-star, but man, it took me the lifestyle. Like I see the kids what they doing right now, like the visits. I'm like, boy, man, my social media would have been.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, I know for a fact I would have had over 600, for sure over 600,000 followers,
Uh-huh.
because my recruiting process was so like on the spot. Like rivals always kept a spotlight on it. You see what I'm saying? So I always say I love, like, I know I'm getting off topic, but I love what these kids doing. Like they building their brand and they getting these NIL deals because, man, you've been working hard for this.
Yeah,
And there's
yeah.
a lot of kids that leave college when I played, but they ain't got nothing.
Nothing. And you've been taken advantage of and got to see none of that pie, like struggling, don't know where the next, meal check coming from. It's tough. It's a grind.
So when they getting these NIL deals, man, these kids, if you blow it, you blow it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you get another chance to make it on it when you get drafted, that's gonna be perfect for you. You see what I'm saying? I messed up some money, but now I got drafted. I messed up money. I won't mess up this money this time. You see what I'm saying? Or you might get some who like, hey, they get this money. I'm finna hold on to it. I might not even play in the league, but I got it now, and I'm gonna invest it and do the right thing with it. So I love it. But go back, what football done for me, I'm gonna go back to Taste One.
Yeah.
Football, what it done for me, because the University of Miami fan base, like, that's who really blew Taste One up. And then other fan bases started catching on. Now they tasting it. They don't care. They love boiled peanut. I don't care if Florida State, Florida, anybody, Georgia, bro. They start buying it. And man, so what I'm doing, cause I got to talk about that's what I do now. I just focus on the peanuts, the football. But I'm saying what playing football, what it brought to Taste One, like it really gravitated to it. You see what I'm saying? And I wasn't really trying to focus on football, honestly, bro. And when I brought that out, it gravitated to football. So what football done for me, it gave me a fan base to be able to push my product to.
Yeah, I truly believe that sports, although you want to play as long as possible, it ultimately creates the platform for you to walk into your purpose and fullest. That's it. We all want to have 15, 20-year careers, but that's not the reality for everybody.
Hell no.
Even at the end of the day, you still got to transition into the real world. So that platform you created with sports, now it done allowed you to be successful with your brand, your business. So, yeah, sports is a beautiful thing for sure. I know you had the opportunity to start off in Bartow, then you transitioned to Texas in high school. I kind of talk about the difference between Florida ball and Texas ball. Like, what's the difference you saw early on?
Like, they put more, I'm going to be honest now, straight up. Florida got the best football.
Okay.
I'm going to put that out there. Florida got the best football. But Texas put more into their sports, bro.
Okay.
Like, we could talk. We going to talk. Now, we got some, we in the county, we're in Polk County. Man, you see these football fields, these practice fields? They horrible. They look like dust bowls.
Yeah.
Man, Texas, you won't have that. Like, you going to have nice fields, nice stadiums, everything nice. So they put more into they sports. But as far as, like, football-wise, just football players, nah. What I would say, we got strong players here, but they strong because they really put time into their weight.
Yeah, like strength and conditioning.
But just a raw player,
yeah.
Florida
Okay.
football is the best. But, man, I loved it going out there. I met some great people out there. And it's like, me got that Texas fan base. Guess what? I'm going to go back to Texas. I get a lot of people order from Texas because they knew about me from football in high school, being out in Texas. Now they see me doing it, having my own company and growing a brand. They supported it, so it came out good.
I saw a video. One of my cousins, he coaches at, I think it's Lufkin High School in Texas. Yeah. Man, they had a track meet last week, and a 4x1 team running like 38 in Texas. Running, boy. So you think Texas track better than Florida?
Texas track better than Florida.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah, Texas track. Now, we'll have some go out there and compete now, but they track.
Okay.
They track better.
Yeah, I seen them numbers.
That's crazy. But we like football though. We got the track. I get on the edge, but we got some runners who go out there and run. Now I feel like we got some runners. If they went out and ran against some of them Texas athletes in track, they'll put up some crazy numbers because they run against some top people.
Hey, well, shoot. Talking about high school, then you transition to Miami. You end up being, I believe, from my understanding, the first freshman to come in and start?
Yeah.
The first person to come in and start as a freshman?
Yeah, I started as a freshman at Miami, man. And it wasn't given to me. Like, it had to earn that.
Yeah, who was the coach at the time?
Coach Larry Coker.
Oh, okay, Coker, yeah, okay.
But you had to earn it. But listen, you got to look at the times when I was at Miami. Like, the players who I had to go, the DBs I had to go against, Antrell Roll, first rounder. Kelly Jennings, first rounder. Brandon Merriweather, first rounder. Kenny Phillips, first rounder.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all had some pressure.
look,
Okay.
you had like all them boys, first rounders, like you had to go against every day. So
No choice but to get better.
you don't got no choice.
Yeah.
But going up, man, it looked like you could really test your athletic ability when you were going at Miami at the time. Like, you competing with the best of the best. So, man, when I went there, like, that's one thing I say. I love going to University of Miami. Yeah, I wish I could. Hey, now I look at it like, dang, boy, I wish I would have went. Because I grew up a Miami Hurricane fan, but I kind of grew up on HBCU too. You see what I'm saying? My dad went to HBCU, South Carolina State. So I grew up watching HBCU. Then I'm like, dang, I could have went to HBCU. But I ended up going to Miami. But I love that I went to Miami, bro. Like, the connections I done made there, man. They done really, they support Takes One to the fullest. Coach Cristobal,
Yeah.
he definitely like,
Yeah, I saw the picture that you put out. I think they were on the plane, private jet, going back to Miami. And Coach Cristobal and his staff, they got the Taste One boiled peanuts with them.
bruh, I can't tell you, I didn't know he was gonna do that. I had no clue, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? They had got the peanuts. They had came here and talked to Kermoney, and I had met him, gave him peanuts, man. And they were, bro. Listen, that picture went out. What is
This is take off.
Boy, those, but listen, those sales are coming in like crazy because he put an eye on it for me. Like, that was honest, that was my NIL deal. That was my appreciation right there. That was my NIL deal. I don't want no money. Like, tell him about my product, let him try it, and that's what he did, bro, without me even asking. So, but a lot of people don't know, I was Cristobal first recruit ever at the University of Miami.
Okay, thanks.
So when he came, when he first got the job at University of Miami, he was the O-line coach. But when he got the job, they said, "Hey, man, you got to go see this kid in Texas." He told me the story. You got to go see this kid in Texas. He's like, "Dang, I got to go to Texas." First trip, he said he ain't stepped in the office yet. Flew out there. He saw me run. I was at track practice actually. He said, "Man, listen, Lance ain't never seen nobody run that fast." Because he saw me running. Like, boy, we getting him, and like, man, he really like. I guess that really meant a lot to him. Like, dang, I see Lance doing something. He's still doing something. Even though football ain't work out, he's still going at it. He's still working hard at it because he saw the work ethic. He saw the work ethic I had. He saw what I done. It just an injury. What messed me up, and I had that injury. It was what it was. But what I want to do ultimately, Freddie, I showed Jits like I was a 5-star coming out. Just because you was a 5-star in football, you could be a 5-star in business too. You see what I'm saying? That same thing that got you a 5-star in football, when you go out and start your business, do the same shit, and you're gonna be successful.
For sure, yeah.
That's my thing, dog. Honestly,
that's real.
Yep.
Well, the transition with you ultimately being a standout on the track, and then being a standout on the football field, were you kind of torn between whether or not you wanted to go pro in track or try to go in the league?
Yeah, because it was like I could have went pro in track. Like I had when I was there at the time, I broke the hurdle record at Miami, and bro, I wasn't even practicing like that.
Yeah.
And I broke the record. Matter of fact, I broke the record after a spring game. I went to we had a spring game, our spring game. I went to my apartment, went to sleep, and then went and ran in the track meet and broke the record that same day.
Dang.
A lot of people don't know that I broke that record, the school record, the same day, and I wasn't even practicing like that. So, yeah, I had like options. Like, dang, do I want to go pro track? Do I want to go pro football? I didn't grow up like track. I was good in it, but I didn't grow up saying, "Oh, I want to go professional track." I want to say, "Well, I want to go to the NFL." So I went after that goal instead of the track.
Yeah, I got you. So you have an opportunity. You sign with the Browns, and then that process. Like, tell us about that process, being in Cleveland, being with the Browns, and ultimately you living out your dream. But then you got a goal. You trying to make the team.
Man, it was fun to me. Just been like, "Hey, boy, you made it." Like, boy, I made it to the NFL. Now I got to keep working to stay in there. But your goal was to get here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I got here. It don't matter how long you stayed, I got here. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So
the top 1% in the world.
Yeah. It was crazy for me, especially my rookie year, my first year there. My first game in the NFL, first game, I scored a touchdown. Hey, coming from Hamilton guard.
Yeah.
Bro, you know how many people back then now, the cell phones, you ain't had the cell phone. You had the flip phone. You had the Sprint, the Nokia. iPhone ain't come out yet. So, bro, you know how many voicemails I had for the crib? When I was going that touchdown, dog, so many people hit me up, dog. Because it was like, man, Lance from where we from.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like the whole bar so hit me up. Like Lance from where we from, man. That was like an opportunity to like show, shit, we got some talent here from the crib. In Bartow, we got talent. And how many people say they scored their first touchdown in their first game?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In their first NFL game. That's what I did. So that's my highlight. You know, it was fun.
When you were with the Browns, what happened with the situation? How long were you there? Kind of walk us through that process when you were in Cleveland.
I was in Cleveland for 2 years, man. And going in, I messed my knee up in college. And I already knew, bro. Honestly, I knew I got a short amount of time. I got to get this bread, though. I got kids. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was going, like, I got kids to take care of. Man, I got to get this bread. But I knew I had a short amount of time with my knee being messed up. And, man, it was time then. I already knew, like, man, listen, I got a little bit of time. If I make it, boom. If I don't, I'm a hustler, so I'm going to go get it regardless. And, bro, my knee was done, bro.
What was the injury to the knee?
I had tore my PCL. I toured at Miami, trying to get it back right. But when I went up to Cleveland, that thing kept getting worse. Bro.
Yeah.
So I already knew like it's time. All right, hey boy, you got something. You a hustler. Even though, hey, don't get lazy on me. Don't get down, because a lot of players do. They get down on themselves. But you gotta, man, listen. It's just like football. You gonna have a down year, down season. Man, you gotta get up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You gotta get up.
Yeah.
You gotta get up.
Yeah.
Like, man, you gotta get up. And with sometimes in football, you gotta look. Even in life, dog, you gotta get up. In football, you can't get up sometimes. In life, you might have to have somebody like, hey, pick me up, but you gotta get up. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and lay down and just pout about it. And man, that's why I go as hard as I do now, because I learned from football. And got hurt, you just gotta pick it up and get up and keep going.
Like, what was that transition like once the game over and you left to reflect and try to figure out what's next for you?
But see, Freddie, a lot of people don't know. It's gonna sound crazy. I been knew what I want to do.
Oh, it's not okay.
Like as a jit, I'm gonna go back to the peanuts. It's gonna sound crazy. See, a lot of people think, man, this is what you know. I had an uncle, man. He had his business selling boiled peanuts and slushes. And when I was a jit, when I was little, he used to always come in the projects and park in the front. You know what I'm saying? And I used to always go up to the truck. And he'd give me a slush for free. So I used to always tell her, hey, when I make it to the NFL, I'm going to buy you a whole lot of slush your mouth. That was the name of his business, slush your mouth. That's what I wanted to do. But fast forward, that was something I saw. I saw my uncle. That's what I want to do. So if you see the peanuts, that's kind of where I came up with my own flavor. But that's what I saw, and I like, man, that's what I want to do. So that's how people like, man, how you got a boy peanut? That's how as a jit, that's what I want to do too. It wasn't just football.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I saw my uncle doing like, man, I'm gonna get you a whole lot of slush in your mouth. And that was my goal, but it didn't work out. And that's how you see it.
That's real.
That's how I got into it.
Honestly. I think a lot of athletes, ultimately, that's big for them to hear, because some of them, you know, they put themselves in the box, and football is the only thing they truly want to accomplish with their lives. But I always felt like if I was only known as a football player, that my life was a failure. So you providing that perspective is big. Like, I think it's more impressive to go on and have more success in a different lane than it is in football, because that wasn't something that you were expected to do, and you ultimately changing the narrative too.
But nah, man, you absolutely right, because man, football ain't forever. We know that ain't forever. But the fans got to understand, like, man, everybody just don't play football. So when you see another athlete stepping out of football, support them. If you're a rapper, that's what he like to do. Like, we grew up, we got homeboys. Some people like to rap. They're like, man, you don't need to be rapping. But I ain't just play football. You think I just played football when I came home? I got a video game. Me and my homeboys rap. So they want to be rappers too. Why they can't let them do it, support it. If it's garbage, it's garbage. You know what I'm saying? But don't think an athlete just play football, play basketball. Man, no. People have different dreams. I just told you mine. Y'all would have think how he came up. Yeah, it was a dream of mine when I was little. You know what I'm saying? So that was something I wanted to do. So I'm like checking off my goals as a kid, what I wanted to do.
So you was in Cleveland with the Browns. Now you got Taste One. And when I'm looking at the bag, it look like similar colors. We on the Trials of Triumph podcast, and we talk about people overcoming adversity and ultimately rewriting their story. Although things didn't work out with you there, you got the brand now, the colorway. Is it inspired by the Browns? Like, is that why you made it orange and brown?
Nah, it really ain't. A lot of people think that.
Yeah, that's
like,
what
listen, I get that. Oh, boy, you played at the Browns, so you made it orange. That's fine. But it really wasn't. Orange, green and orange are my favorite colors.
Okay.
So when I started doing my research on everything, you got to look at your competitors. Like, dang, can't do green. What other color can I do? My other favorite color, orange. I look, one number orange, and I like, why not use it? So when it came out, and then if you see the brown, a peanut is brown. You see what I'm saying? So that's why the brown and orange, it went together. So it just so happened, everybody see it. I love it though. They see like, damn dog, what you did is with the brown. They have to ask me that story. Then I could tell them the story about it. It's always a conversation starter, honestly. So a lot of people think, hey, boy, he did it because of with the brown. No, it really wasn't. Orange, my favorite color.
I think even though it wasn't your intent, I think when you think about God and how God works, it came together perfectly just how God wanted it to, because a lot of people from the outside looking in may look at the situation with the Browns as a setback. But ultimately, it was God allowing another door to open for you. And it's no coincidence that it just so happened to be the same color. Like sometimes in life, God allows a setback just to set us up and prepare us for our biggest breakthrough. Now you got a brand that's blowing up and going across the country. So while it may seem like a coincidence, I think it all came together just how you wanted it to.
Man, that's why I got to get it in honest. It's crazy that you said that because it all folds. Like, I played at the Browns. I'm going to speak this thing. On here, played at the Browns. The color of the bag is orange, the brown. The owner of the Browns now, he owned pilots. What we got most out of peanuts in gas stations. If I get in that pilot,
it's coming.
He owned pilots. So that's my thing. I want to get him in pilots because I know a lot of truckers eat boiled peanuts too. And they'll love those right there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. It's coming. Coming for sure.
For
like we talked about it before you even launched the brand. It's only a matter of time. It ain't a if, it's when. But I guess the last question I want to ask you before we get up out of here is, I've seen how you've been able to market your brand and take it to the next level, but the years and years of planning. We live in a world now where people want everything right now. Talk about the young entrepreneurs, young people in this world that want to be successful, about that process, ultimately setting yourself up to be successful. Because a lot of people think it's just going to happen overnight and they ain't willing to put that work in.
Man, for an athlete, me speaking to an athlete, I say, look at it like sports. You start off as a kid and you got years to go till you make it to the pro level. So just know it's going to be a journey. It's like, dang, it's either going to get good, bad. This how your career go. I get hurt. They set me back.
Yeah.
But you got to keep going and staying consistent. And you never know when that time going to come. So if it take 10 years, if you're doing what you love to do, just keep doing it. Eventually, some got to give. If it don't give, if it don't even work out, at least you done something what you love to do. But I just feel when you go into it, it's going to do what you want to do if you put in the work. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't no point in rushing. And some people blow up overnight now. It just happens. But that ain't your story. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stay on your path, and you got to do what you came here to do and stay consistent and just know it's going to take some time, just like your sports. You can't come from Little League, go straight to the pros. Nah, you got to go Little League, high school, college, then pros. So look at it like that. That take years. So you got to be patient.
Okay, you got we got the bag here, but you told me me earlier you got something for me, man.
You already know. Come on, man. Hey, bro, I had to have your whole. I had to have your whole box.
All right.
You open it up.
Yeah. Okay.
They in here now. You already know they in here. There you go. And they cold. And they.
Yes, sir. Okay. Hey, this how you when. You got the official taste when you get it by the box.
Yeah, get it by the box load, man.
Yes, sir.
Nah, man, you know I had to come support you, dog, because I love what you're doing. You honestly been one of the biggest supporters of the brand. You know what I'm saying? So I had to come bring you some. I had to, for sure.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you coming in.
Yep.
Appreciate you sitting down, chopping it up with us, and I'm excited to see how the journey continues to unfold. I know it's going to only continue to get bigger and better. I know now you've had the opportunity to get your boiled peanuts in Florida State Stadium, which is huge.
Yeah.
You had the opportunity to get into Miami Hurricanes Baseball Stadium, which is huge. Miami Hurricanes got to figure that thing out with Hard Rock so you get over there.
But we got to get them in there. They want them in there, but a lot of people don't know that ain't part of University of Miami.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But boy, we get them in up, boy. It's gonna go crazy.
And then hopefully, you know, work something out with the Gators down in Gainesville so that you had a whole big three.
I want
not
all
just the
of them.
big three, UCF, FIU, everybody. So it's only the beginning. It's only the tip of the iceberg. I'm excited for ultimately this is what we talked about beforehand. I knew it was gonna blow up, not if, but when. And I believe years down the line, whenever that time comes, it's going to be in every stadium across the country because it is that type of product that's, you know, from the marketing to the taste. It delivers every time. Let the people know where can they find Taste One.
You already know you can follow on TikTok, Instagram, X, which y'all know is Twitter, Facebook at Taste One Board Peanut Co. Y'all go on our website, tasteoneboardpeanuts with the S.com. That's tasteoneboardpeanuts with the S.com. And like I always say, we're going to deliver the board peanuts to your front door, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming on, and I'm excited to see everything as it unfolds.
Thank you, bro.
Yes,
much success to you.
Appreciate you
as well, dog, because I love what you're doing. I've been seeing what you're doing since you were legit. You know what I'm saying? I see you growing as a young man, bro. So I just want you to continue doing what you're doing, and you're going to shoot to the sky. I promise you.
Yep. Yes, well, one last question. What Taste One, the name? Why the name?
Taste one, because you taste one, you're going to taste two.
Can't stop.
Can't stop.
See, you taste one, next thing you know, you need a whole box.
You're going to taste about 3-4 bags. So that's, man, that's the thing, man. You got to be catchy, man.
Yeah.
Got to be catchy and
Love
different.
it, man.
But no, man, thank you for having me on, man. I definitely enjoy the show. And I will be catching all the episodes. So, you know, I'm going to watch the episodes.
See,
I'm going to watch every, not just our episode. I'm going to watch every episode, bro, because I love to see what you're doing.
Appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir.